Cheers, everybody. I hope y'all are having a splendid morning. Looks like it might rain, which is perfect because there's nothing like sitting there and enjoying a little spliff in the rain. You son of a bitches. Class, pay attention. Very nice. It's a very nice one. Ooh, fancy. It's that gas. It's that gas, son. What it do? Zero to 60 and 5.8. Bobby's Jonas. Huh. Bob is Jonas. Very interesting name. Bob is John Us. We're just gonna call you Bobbus. Agabacadabra. No, it's Agabasi Nesarov. Oh man, I was way off. Dude, what did it do? Are you having a fancy morning? A great day? I'm looking at a ginormous snapping turtle swimming in the pond right now. Something about the poison from the chamber. I wonder where everybody's at this morning. It's Monday, so they're probably getting ready for work. Gonna have a really busy week. Agabadabra. Man, I finish this thing. I'm gonna be cooked. I'm probably just gonna go to sleep. Just sit right here. What if a tornado comes and carries me away? Son of a bitch. Six seven. What up? I zero yo zero you. I zero. 6 7. Anus Najum. What it do? The anus name. It's probably the J is probably like a Y and it's anus name. What up, anus? Holy shit. This thing made a fucking move. Oh, did you see this move? I am a goat keeper. Well, the keeper of the goats has arrived. Everybody, we have a real life goat keeper. How many goats do you have? We know somebody here that has at least 15 goats. You can't have more goats than that. Oh, a goalkeeper. I thought you said a goat keeper. I was going to say you and TK are really going to get along. But alas, goalkeeper, a keeper of goals. You must play something like hockey or soccer. Craft Infinite. That sounds like the never ending project. Is it infinite or infinite? Oh, science. Pancakes! 6 7. What? No way. Dude, dude, your name is what I ate for breakfast, cuz. Son of a bitch, you ever thought about that shit? Follow me, please. Craft Infinite. We are always going to follow you. We're going to check you out. See, the thing about this crew here, we like supporting one another, man. And we do it for the real reasons. Not because we're a bunch of homosexuals, clout chasing and shit like that. Bunch of chill ass dudes and chicks just looking for a good time, man. Just want to have fun. That's why we twist these things up and relax. I'm sure on a stream like this stream, just coming here and hanging out with me, you'll probably gain, I don't know, anywhere between 20 and 35 subscribers, maybe. Maybe. If you got good content. If you don't have good content, you're fucked. You're fucked. They'll go check you out. They'll be like, is it worth my time? If it's worth their time, they'll definitely subscribe, man. They might even like and share, dude. You follow this channel right here, terrible mistake. It's hard to get people's trust when you do that. This is one of them channels that you just remember. You come by on your own, you see what's going on, but you never subscribe. You never really claim, saying like, oh, you just pretend like you don't know. You see me walking down the street, you just pretend like you don't know me. I don't even exist, man. Sometimes I ask myself, I wonder if I'm a figment of your imagination. Could it be possible? Some flea on a dog's back had a dream, and it's my life. I'm just a flea's dream. Any good cow, dude. The cow fight is actually uh, a pretty rare thing. We lucked up. We saw the best cow fight that I've ever seen. We might get two or three good cow fights a week. I mean, there's a little bit of headbutting almost every day. But when they go at it nonstop, very aggressive, won't stop until one of them just jumps in the other one's back and dominates it. Uh, that's rare. I one go in every 3 or 4 weeks, I think. But yesterday's was the best cow fight I've ever seen. I thought it was going to result in death. That cow pushed the other cow straight down the hill the day before. I think it was the same two cows. He tried to kill that son of a bitch, but that motherfucker got up and he took off running because he's a little bitch. But he must have went and got his brass knuckles because that same one fucking just put it to the other one. I was like, damn, son, you just got punked. It could have been that. It could have been that. I don't know. I think it was involving shrooms. And maybe shrooms is why the cows are always so happy. Oh, what we got going on here? They're going in. They ain't scared. They ain't scared. Or maybe they'll start fighting. Doesn't one look really big and one look really small? What the hell? What's that one been eating? Super greens? Moo! I'm gonna get you, sucker. Man, I bet you I got like 2, maybe 3 hours of sleep last night. Maybe. Doubt. Oh shit. He just summoned he's summoning cows. Oh my god. It's like magic. That was Ghostface's move. That's what Ghostface sounds like. Ghostface! Come here, Ghostface! I know he hears me. He's kind of looking through the fence. He'll come down here. That cow summoned these other cows to the water. That was amazing. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Truly, Freaking awesome, man. Awesome like a possum. Ooh. Hi, Patty. I'm going to get you, sucker. This was gonna go in right where that turtle was at. Pretty amazing, man. Pretty freaking amazing. It's the weakest fucking move. This damn water buffalo. So who's with me smoking and toking and joking this morning? And who's just a little too uptight to toke? Inshallah! What it do, man? Blessings of peace and abundance and health and happiness, man, upon you and yours. One of us fixing to find that damn turtle. I think when he runs out of the pond, everyone's gonna run out of the pond. They're right there where the turtle was 20 minutes ago. Maybe it was just 10 minutes ago. Can we get a good moo in unison? I want the 3 best mooers to moo. They're selecting amongst themselves. Or maybe we can get a 4-piece of quartet. Now we need the bass. A good bass one. There's 3 of them. There's the 4. One more. Come on. He's a slow learner. He's a little shy. Let's get stage fright. What is the funniest joke that you know? I'll tell you the funniest joke I know. There was this guy. He was on his way to work. And he's speeding in the morning. He's going a little fast. Well, all of a sudden, there's blue lights behind him. And he's got the highway patrol on his tail. So he pulls over. And this very agitated, pompous looking Southern highway patrolman looks at him and says, "Son, you better be a doctor and on your way to the hospital going as fast as you're going on my road." And the guy looks at the highway patrolman and he says, "That's right. I am a doctor and I'm actually on my way to the hospital right now." He says, "Are you now? Well, what kind of doctor are you?" He says, "Well, officer, I'm a asshole stretcher." The highway patrolman says, "Asshole stretcher? What the hell is an asshole stretcher?" He says, "Well, it's just like it implies. I stretch out the asshole." He says, "Huh? T- tell me about what you do in your day." He says, "Well, it's actually quite simple." He says, "I start off with one finger, and you know, I go in." He says, "Then it's two fingers, three fingers. Next thing you know, I'm working my fist in there. You know what I mean? After a while, I get my elbow in there. Now this is when it starts to get good. So now I'm taking my elbow, and I'm taking it, and I'm twerking, and I'm just gouging, son, gouging. A little bit of flex action. You know what I'm saying? Work that shit. Getting there. Now, boom, right? Come in, boom. Two elbows, double elbow action. All right? And I start a knee. I'm working. All right? Now you get it out here, and you really start flapping your wings. Get them out there like this. You stretch it. Now you're working that shit. Now you get your. Now you get it stretched out, and you start spreading your arms. Now, when you're finished, you've got your hands around the ring and your arms are stretched fully, and what you have is a 6-foot asshole. So the guy says, the officer says, "What in the hell would anybody do with a 6-foot asshole?" The guy looks at the high patrolman and says, "That's easy. You give him a badge and a gun." Ta-da! You see, that's not a bad joke. It's actually pretty damn good. The cows seem to like it. What am I smoking? The world would like, but we shouldn't advertise these things. But I will. I will. Sir Walter Raleigh, aromatic pipe what is it called? Tobacco. And look at this dude. That's a happy looking son of a bitch right there, ain't he? Chilling like a villain. Listen to that. They, they want more. They say an encore. No. Moo. We have an understanding. If you like cows and you get a kick out of hearing these crazy moves, man, the least you can do is give a little thumbs up. Not for me. Do it for the cows, man. Cows are underappreciated. These some bitches, they ain't never done nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? But you always got beef with them. You know what I mean? That's pretty fucked up. Hope all is well, brother. Look, goat shit 2.0. Dude, we was just talking about you, bro. What in the freaking hell? Oh, man. The good old days. I was chilling with this old man. He was dying. And one day he looks at me and he says, you know, they talk about the golden years, the golden age. He says, but I'm going to tell you right now, these right now, these are the golden years. And I knew what he was saying. It ain't something you wait for, you get later on. It's what you make of the here and the now. Do you hear this cow? That was like 47 moves in a row from one cow. Tent lights are on. Gets to see the veggie plant and the can of plants. Hell yeah, that's what the hell I'm talking about, brother man. That's what the hell I'm talking about. You growing some of my genetics, or whose genetics are you growing? Can I shout out Victor Wembanyama? I guess. I don't know. Is he a good guy, a bad guy? Does he do cool things? I don't know. We'll shout that son of a bitch out to the moon. You haven't gotten any genetics from YouTube. Right on, man. What it do? Long live Jimmy John. Cheers. I've bred with uh, a few decent things. I found Critical Berry, which was pretty stable. Fucking ginormous plant that smelled and tasted of key limes so amazingly. It was amazing. Um, Made some of the best concentrates I've ever made. Uh, Such a great yield. Ginormous plant. Um, Seduction Zone I got from Sunny Trichome. Uh, just phenomenal. Stable, super stable. I bred that with my Master Kush and just made freaking absolute magic. um, Big Kush, he crossed, I think it was Purgatory with Gorilla Glue and called it Baboon. And I crossed that with Master Kush and we called it Slothy Kush. It was the motherfucking bomb. Super fire hitter. How do you get into growing? Well, as a young dude, I experienced extremely terrible migraine headaches, man. Crippling. That ended with me vomiting off the porch. I don't know. Stress, some kind of allergy. I have, if it was environmental, I don't know. But it was terrible. It was terrible. And when I was a young dude, I had a terrible headache and I smoked some herb. And man, I tell you what, take a terrible situation and totally take it away. And the first time, I mean, used to take handfuls of ibuprofen and mix ibuprofen with everything else I can find. And kind of like making Excedrin before I even knew what the hell Excedrin was on my own. But early on, I learned that this was an excellent medicine. It was a, it was a vital part for my life. You know what I mean? There was a certain understanding between me and the plant. And my family grew vegetables and grew corn and tomatoes and okra and cucumbers, and it was just a no-brainer for me as a young dude to plant some of them seeds. And well, I guess you can say the rest, my friend, is history. You use cannabis for epilepsy. That's freaking amazing. I've got several friends that do the same thing. I've got a lot of friends that use it for MS. Yes, indeed. I use it for chronic pain. I use it to treat my ADHD like a son of a bitch. Um, oh, it helps with depression. It's the good stuff, man. 7 years without a seizure. Congratulations, man. That's amazing. My cousin was an epileptic. I bought a lawnmower from him and I couldn't get the transmission to work. And so I was taking it back to his house for him to teach me either give me my money back or teach me how to fucking use that son of a bitch. And the gate was open. And I thought it was weird because the gate's always closed. And I drove up there, man. And I seen my cousin I seen the front door was open. Everything was weird because my cousin was a very organized man, like very OCD. Like everything was always perfect, and everything looked fucking wrong. And then I go looking out towards his shed, and the shed door is open. So I said, I'm gonna go and walk over towards the shed. And then before I got to his shed, I seen the body on the ground, all bloated up, covered in flies. And I said, motherfucker. And see, he was an addict. He fucked with cocaine and some other shit. And he messed with a very unsavory crowd. And he always had a lot of money. And I just knew somebody fucking wiped his ass out, murked him for the damn, for one of the other, drugs or money, or both, and left him out there to rot. And I couldn't do nothing about it. I was involved in my own stuff, and I had to call my pops, man, my dad, and this was my dad's best friend. It was my dad's first cousin, my second cousin or something. And my dad loved that man a lot. But anyway, I had to tell my pops that he was dead and that he had to report him. So my dad had to go out there and see his fucking cousin all fucking dead and shit and report that shit because I didn't want to get involved with the fucking law. Crazy, man. What up? You're from Oklahoma, man. I'm from South Mississippi originally, but I travel all over this great nation seeking employment and freaking cannabises and hashes and fancy people to play with. Get back in the Black Hills and go seek some gold. This is the place for fancy people. I don't know about all that, man. I think it started raining. Thought I heard a couple driplets. Castiel Martinez, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're having a great day. DT, you as well, man. Good morning. Welcome to the party, the place where the fun never ends. Very fancy. All the birds are happy to see DT. I know, bro. I was already forecasting rain on the motherfucking menu, man. I swear, if it rains today, I'm just gonna take off my clothes, strip down to my boxers, and just run around the yard like a big fat goofball. It's gonna be amazing. I'm surprised OG Brick doesn't enjoy a nice pipe from time to time. It surprises me. Good thing my neighbors are cows. I know. That's what she said. He does seem like a pipe man. A nice Virginia blend. A little harsh. Something a little harsh, probably. Just a little harsh on the throat. Maybe a Virginia flake. Yes. Yes. But also, he's the kind of person that I can imagine would take his pipe and stick it into his whiskey and then use the pipe like a straw and just drink his whiskey through his pipe. Castiel Martinez, what it do? I hope you're having a marvelous, marvelous day. I guess he done left us because if he was still here, he would definitely have had to say something. At least a motherfucking cackle or two. Brick, come back. You can blame it all on me. If you touch fossil fuel, well, if you touch it and then you hand it off quickly to somebody else, what you're doing is technically you're passing gas. Am I right? You want to touch my fossil fuel? Give me a second, guys. Hey, if you want to take and play with people, if you want to take and play with. Anyway, who is Socrates? Socrates was a Greek philosopher. If you want to play a trick on people, you take this little quarter right here, right? And you nail this son of a bitch down into the ground. And then you watch all the people that bend down and try to pick this damn thing up. You put it on a video, and you have lots of fun. This right here is one of the oldest tricks in the book. You ever done this before? I gotta go do plant care. Right on, goat shit 2.0. You take care and you enjoy your plants. Have a great day. Man, post some epic freaking content, man. We want to see how it grows. Oh man, this is how you do it. This is how the trick is done, guys. Like a boss. But what I like to do is I like to go to a public beach where lots of people are running around barefoot and in a heavily trafficked spot. I'll take this little guy right here and boom, place it strategically, and then I'll wait close by, and somebody steps on it, yow, and they start hopping and jumping around. Sometimes it goes way down deep, way down like here, and I'm like, I run up there and I'm like, oh shit, give me back my quota, and I jerk it out real quick and I run up, and the blood shoots out like 17 inches, man, and they're freaking out, and I'm like, and another one bites the dust. Because a lot of times there's a lot of tourists come down to our beach, and those tourists, they always destroy it, pollute it with their filth. True story. Also, really great for popping tires. Who invented the alphabet? Castiel. He was actually a duality. He was an alpha beta. He was both a giver and a taker. He lived in a like I said, he lived in a duality. His whole life was a duality. And this is where they got it from. Alpha, beta. This is the alphabet. This is what the alphabet comes from. They named it after this one guy based on his two sides. You know what I'm saying? Two sides of one singular coin that was soldered to a freaking quarter. Science, man. Freaking science. And you know this. Actually, that quarter is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Very rare year. Did you know they did not make a 1975 quarter? I don't think so. They made a 76, though, the bicentennial. Look at the size of that turtle. What the hell? Oh, this turtle is having sex with another turtle, I think. He's piggyback riding. He's piggyback riding. I think that's two turtles making sweet love. You go see that? What up, hee hee ha ha? What it do? That is an ancient turtle covered in mud. I think it's on top of another turtle, and they're doing the nasty. This is some total National Geographic shit we're watching right now. I wish I could get a bigger zoom with this phone, man. Do you see it? That is a turtle. Oh, look, 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 look. It just waved at us. It just waved at us. Did you see that? Oh, yeah. What is Costa Rica? Well, Costa Rica is a place in France where all the women dance. And the dance that they do is enough to thrill a Jew. And the Jew they thrilled was a fucking lawyer, son. And so all those cats had a good friend of that son of a bitch, and when they needed any kind of legal work done, they talked to that son of a bitch about it. And they gave him the hookup. And now you know. What do I look like, man? Do I look like the man with all the answers, bro? Do I look like that one guy that knows everything? Bro, I haven't figured anything out yet. Don't be asking me all these damn questions. I'm just a puppy. And this is a man's world. All right, now, what we should do is call the cows over. The cows will take out the turtle. You think the cows step on that son bitch and shove him further and further down into the mud? Just asking questions that need answers. Well, KMFB1KW, please help me with some of these questions. What exactly is an emoji? An emoji is a symbol uh, on a keyboard used to represent an emotion, right? And so you have like a smiley face or a sad face, you know what I'm saying? Uh, then they also, you can show that you're a boy if you put an eggplant. Or if you have a peach up there, you could be a girl. And if you throw a peach and an eggplant up there, it shows you want to, play ball. You know what I'm saying? Have you? Have I what? KM, what have I done? I don't know. You've got to be more clear. You have to say what you mean what you say, and say it in the most eloquent way. And above all else, refrain from being gay. At least that's what the wise man said. Have you ever put a penis in your mouth? Me personally, I haven't, but I encourage people all the time. Hey, I've got something for your mouth, and it's hanging way down south. You have, I know you have. Listen, how exactly do you know these inner, most private details? Did you find my journal? Did you find my diary? Or did you just poke through my stool? These questions and more shall be answered by someone you using science. You ever listen to that band? What was it called? KMFDM? It was like old school industrial, I think. Like kind of like techno trance back in the day. Who invented YouTube? Back in early 2010, I was sitting here playing on my camera, and a friend of mine came over to the house and says, "What are you doing?" I says, "Man, I sit there and make these videos of myself, and I share them with my friends. Take a look at this." And he was like, "Dude, that's fucking hilarious." I had this dude laughing his ass off. And the next thing you know, this some bitch made a fucking app for that. But he invited me on. I was pissed off for a long time. I didn't want no part of it. But eventually, I softened up. The birds are tweedle-deeting, and it's just starting to rain, so I'm going to go through the house and put down all the windows, close all the windows, whatever you say. Good morning, simple girl. I hope your morning is going fabtastic. Fabtastic. Which is a combination of fabulous and fantastic. Twofer. Two birds, one stone, no birds left alive. That'll really quiet things up around this mofaz. You know what I'm saying? Son of a bitch. Yeah, but the problem is there's no AC. There's no AC. The AC went out. Something blew out there. And now it's really hot. And so now having the windows open is just purely survival tactics. And like it's just starting to rain a little bit, but there's absolutely zero wind. And it's so still. And I might have gotten like 3 hours of sleep last night. If that. I am doing as good can be. I am golden, like a golden seal. I am grand even. If I was doing even better, well, I'd be rolling around out in this weather. My clothes off, just running through the rain like a freaking raving lunatic. I feel blessed. I feel blessed. Stressed, but still blessed. You know what I mean? I should put that on a shirt. Son of a bitch. That's the motto, the Christian motto. Stressed, but still blessed. Oh, that was amazing, little call. Yeah, they're backed up. Checked in yesterday, and the landlord put in a call for his own house, but not this one, the guy said. I'm just like, what the fuck? We live that feeling. At least if you're doing it right. But just know that when I play the lottery, I don't just play for me, simple girl, I play for you. I play for so many of the crew. because I will take and bless y'all so much. Oh my goodness. So you always say Melty. I always pray for Melty. Melty, please win the lottery and bless me. And then your blessing dream may come true. Because if it happens to pass, I'm going to pass that cash. You know what I'm saying? I know. I know. I was so hopeful. I had a feeling I was going to win that last one, man. I was feeling very, very hopeful about it. Oh, like 200 million or something. You know, I think I'm the one that invented the upper deck. I did that first. I did that first, but it was the original version, and it was just a urinal in school. You know what I'm saying? What happens if you cut a blue whale's tongue and with weighed it with two elephants? Well, I guarantee you could have your 2 pounds of flesh. Imitation is the biggest form of flattery. Flattery is the biggest form of imitation. So who you flatterizing now, you son of a bitch? Form, size, shape, depth, width, height, dimension. These things too shall happen to you in time. Upper deck. What up, Vikas Vade? Vikas Vade. Weekas Wade. Ah, Weekas Wade. I hope your day is going fantastic. Are you at the beginning of your day, at the end of your day, or you're somewhere in between? Time zones are a really funny thing. Is it weed? Is it weed? Is it, dude? Are you the police? Dude, dude, are you the police? What the hell kind of question is that? Dude, do I look like the kind of person? Listen, look at my shirt. It says, "Live slow, die whenever." What did? If that just listen, does that answer your question? Does it? Does it really? Does it? Is it? Some things they remind me of Funya. You know what I mean? But it's only because they rhyme with it. And what it actually is none. None your motherfucking business, son. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course you do. Because you're not as gay as you look or act. You're just pretending. Right? Look at all these fucking cows, man. You done attracted them with all your bullshit. This is terrible. You guys gotta learn to live a little bit, man. Gotta live and let live. Gotta laugh. Live, laugh, and make merry, man. If not, what in the hell? This is the question I always ask myself before I do anything. What would some asshole do? Just a random asshole on the street. What would they do? And then what I do is the opposite. Like a boss. What happens? Oh my God. Listen. Oh, we can't talk about things like that because those things come with a track record. Okay, what happens if you get a humpback whale's tongue and change it into the blue whale song? Do you know that some people probably should have had frontal lobotomies? And then some people should just try to bottle up the front of me. Wait, was that a fart? Nope. All clean here. Oh, my farts are wet. I would know. I would know. I'm looking like a psycho killer. Well, thank you. I like when I try to look like Negan from The Walking Dead. Like if you mix Negan with the governor, yeah. Not like that little fucking pussy Rick. What a vagina boy. Look how tiny that little bitch is. Rick was tiny compared to Negan, and Negan is tiny compared to fucking everybody else. Bunch of little fucking Napoleon complex having homosexuals. I'm a fucking taller, bigger penis version of Negan. Can I see the cows? Yes, you can see the cows. If you want to see the cows, look at these son of a bitches. 4,700,000 cows at your service. Had more cows coming through. They're all swimming. Swimming in the name of. The cows are right by that turtle. That turtle is going to fucking bite one of those fucking cows. Oh man. Oh man. This isn't gonna be good. Oh fuck. He's getting the fuck out of there. I see the turtle right now. I think they see him. They're getting the fuck away from that son of a bitch. Boy, wouldn't it suck to get that fucking turtle on your tongue? Yow! Well, if they all run off, we know they got bit by a turtle. Those cows are fancy. But where's my white-faced cow at? Ghostface! Yo, yo, Ghostface cow! I don't see Ghostface. Hello. Hello. Will I teach you any bad words today? Yes. Which bad words would you like to learn today? And there's a whole scope of words that are bad, but there's no words that are actually bad. Their words are good. They can be used at bad times, like church. Terrible place to use a word like fuck or shit. You know what I mean? But in church, you can totally say damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? This will damn you to hell. or the damn devil made me do it, you know? But, yes. So some of my favorite words are cocksucker, motherfucker. They're like spices. You can put them damn near everywhere and season up any meal. All right, but they can be a bit vulgar and harsh sometimes. So for the more sensitive sons of bitches out there, and let me tell you what, there is a ton of sensitive son of a bitches. For these motherfuckers, what I do is I say homosexuals. But really, what I'm saying is CSs and MFs, cocksuckers and motherfuckers. You know, it's an implied. A homosexual is an implied. It has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. Although I know many homosexuals that's a cocksucker and a couple that are motherfuckers. So there's always that to take into account. If you know what I mean. Yes, you can see the damn cows again, man. Sure you can, you son of a bitch. All right. Now, these are some of my favorite words. These are some of my favorite words. But it goes on and on. Some people aren't too worried about that. Oh, those are the German words. What they don't like are the French words like penis and vagina. Oh my God, you can't say that. Listen, it's not a bad word. It's just a freaking word, you know what I'm saying? Even if you want to go and say words like punani or pussy or hoo ha, you know what I'm saying? These words also are all good. They're words that we should rejoice in. Look, here's the white face cow. White face cow, he came back up. Super white face cow. Ghost face cow, come to me! It loves me. It really loves me. All right, it's enough of them goddamn cows, you son of a bitch. All right, now here we go. A couple other words we've slung together. Now this is the goddamn and the son of a bitch. Very spicy. Now there's two ways of saying son of a bitch. You can say you son of a bitch. It's a very contemptuous thing. If somebody says this to you, you've either done something very wrong and you should feel ashamed of yourself, or you should be very offended and stand your ground because somebody just insulted your integrity, your dignity. All right? Now there's this. But then there's this one, and most people get it confused, but this is because they're homosexuals. And by this, it's not their sexual orientation. Once again, this is strictly dickly, son. This is strictly fucking dickly. They're cocksuckers and motherfuckers. Now, now, when you say it like this, summon a bitch. Now you're saying summon a bitch. Now what you're not, this is not being terrible. You're not being offensive. Oh, you summon a bitch. In other words, man, you did something really fucking cool, man. You just summoned a bitch, a broad, a chick, a dame. Was just made excited by your presence or your presentation, you know? So they decided to dive on in. Like a boss. God bless that married gentleman. What is the Minecraft Farlands? Well, in Minecraft, there is this place that's known as the Farlands. This place is dominated by rogues and villains. A lot of bad people hang out there. But you can also find some good people just doing bad things. You know what I'm saying? I bet you might be one of those people. But listen, most good, respectable people stay away from the foreign lands. Not because They're not bad. They're just too fucking lazy, and it just sounds too far away, right? This, my friend, you know is fact. Well, today we saw two turtles doing it. Are you Whoopi Goldberg? Do I look like a fat black dumbass? Golly, I should definitely take a bath. What a stupid fucking person, man. Does anybody in chat respect Whoopi Goldberg? Who thinks she's just the greatest person? She's downright evil, I think. I think she's despicable. Disgusting. This is what you look like and act like when you sell your soul to the devil. Everybody said Metallica sold out. I don't know if Metallica sold out. I know for a fact Whoopi did. I need my eyes checked. I need my asshole checked. You know what I mean? They just did a colonectomy or whatever, and they took and fucking cut out like 5 fucking polyps, and one of them was the size of a fucking doorknob, man. Fucking doorknob sized polyps. They never seen nothing like that before. Goddamn doctor wanted to keep it and put it on his fucking shelf. I said, hell no, man. I want to keep it and put it on my shelf. You want to look at it? Hey, man. Sister Act was great. That just proved the bitch can act. What do you do for having fun? Well, sometimes what I do is I wait till the cows are sleeping when they're chilling, and I sneak out there in the field and I push them son of a bitches over. Cow tip. Uh, that's one thing. But there's several things I do for fun. Several things I do for fun. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to go around and I like to look for animals using bright lights late at night. And when I spot them, I like to shoot them. Not with guns, with cameras. Get live action footage of these wild creatures doing nocturnal things. And sometimes, you'd be surprised in things they do. Cow tipping, how mature? It's very mature. It's it's fun for all ages, actually. I was out one time in the field late at night, and I thought I was by myself, and I'm sneaking out there, and there's this cow, and I got my eye on this cow. I'm like, I'm fixing to tip this bitch over, right? And I'm walking past these two other cows, and as I'm passing up the second cow, I see my grandpa, and that sandwich is running up to the cow, and he's shoving that sandwich, and he knocked that cow away. That was the cow that I wanted to tip. You know what I'm saying? Grandpa sure enough fucking pushed that cow. And Grandpa was probably about 86 this time. You know what I'm saying? And I was just a young dude, probably I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 years old. And I saw Grandpa fucking goddamn cackle with joy, and he like a young boy. He ran off, man, back over to the house. You know what I'm saying? And sit there and I was pissed off because I went there to go tip that one son bitch, and so I tried to tip this other one, and it wasn't moving. And I was pushing really hard, and it just resisting too much, and so I went over there to go and push on the next one. You know what I'm saying? And I pushed, too high up on the hind quarter, and my hand went like up to the elbow. You know what I'm saying? Choop! And I pulled that son of a bitch out, and it sounded like this. And I said, "What in the hell?" Yes, you can see the whole herd of cows. Here we go. This cow right here is fixed to make a pee pee or a poo poo. Maybe. Maybe he already did it. It's trying. It's constipated. They call it constipated. Son of a bitch. Alright, all you alcoholics, I hope you've all united. Me and y'all versus the world. Ricky, 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 Ricky. Waxed, weathered, cut copper stairs. Is there meaning behind this, or is this just a random string of words? Do you know what a feather meeker is? Do you know what two tucks on a feather maker's bling is? I've got two tucks on a feather maker's bling. One seen, the other's unseen. I got two tucks on a feather maker's bling. What it do? It's quite obscene. I hope you get fit. I hope I get fit too, man. I hope I get fit too. I surely hope I get fit. I used to be fit. I let myself go, man. The divorce has broken me, broken my soul. It's broken my whole. Oh, it's broken my cortisol. I need gold. Lots and lots of gold to make me feel better. Gold chains, gold necklaces, lots of bling. So that every time I come around your city, bling, bling. You know what I'm saying? Like a boss. Get fit, get fit. Well, I'm glad that your day is going smoothly. It's the gentle rain. I was surely hoping for a big thunderbuster, a lot of good torrential downpour. Do it for my damn the garden, you know what I mean? But this is barely wetting the leaves. I want to see torrential rain, rain that leads to flooding, maybe even a FEMA check. What happens if the coffee is broken? Well, then you gotta fix it. Dear Henry, dear Henry, you gotta fix it with an axe. This bird sitting on this branch. In this moment, that branch is all it knows. In this moment, it knows another bird because it landed on its branch and then it just flew away. Now it's gone. Birds are as fleeting as thoughts. Amazing, even. Amazing. Do birds fly around in the rain? I see these two birds. They're flying a little bit. He's flying around. Or he's not flying to them, but I see a bunch of birds chilling, perched up on that tree over there. There's a squirrel right here, right next to me. What's your height? I am 6 foot and 2 inches. Yeah, and my penis, it is real big. It's got a birthmark the size of your palm. It's a blister from where you touched it. Can you see the cows? No, there shall be no more cows for you because cows, they're only good for two things: steak and making love. You know what I mean? I wonder where Angela's at this morning. I figured for sure we'd get a good morning from Angela. All of my favorite. Ah. Hi, squirrel. What are you doing over there? It's camera shy. You little fucker. What are you thinking? I'm thinking if one were to take and climb the tallest mountain and tell nobody that he was doing, would it have been for anything? Do you do it just for yourself, or you do it to tell someone that you climbed the mountain? What if you died? You climbed up the mountain, you made it all the way down the mountain, but before you can tell anybody you died, would that make you a hero? What is the Ruby Tower? The Ruby Tower is what the ladies call my penis. That's because the tip gets red. You know what I'm saying? But it's more like a purple, like a good Merlot color. You know what I'm saying? I look like a baby's arm holding an apple. They call it the Ruby Tower. Who invented the money? Money was invented by the Assyrians or the Sumerians. I believe it was close to the time of Nebuchadnezzar when some of the first laws and codes were being enacted, when they started structuring communities. Holy fucking shit. What did it do, studio talk time? What is so alarming? What is surprising you? What has fascinated you so much? Dude, I'm loving my porch vibe, dude. I'm just chilling, checking out the cows. Check it out, man. Look at this. Look at the view. Got these cows out here. It's just me, you, and the cows. It's a good thing, bro. It's a good freaking thing. Very peaceful. Very nice. Very nice. Somebody farted on my pillow last night, and I woke up with pink eye this morning. Listen, this is called a practical joke. It's just a prank, bro. Don't get all butthurt. Now, I've done this to all my fucking sisters, my brothers. I did it to my mom and my pa. You know what I'm saying? And one time I got my grandma. She was good because she had got it right off the bat. She woke up with two pink eyes. I mean, it was like she just face first that fucking pillow. But anyway, yeah, man, don't feel bad. It's just a prank. You know what I'm saying? Remember it. Learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Always do a sniff test on your pillow before you just rub your fucking eye and eye fuck your pillow. You dirty little bastards. You never know what your little brother or sister might be up to. There could be some foul shit at play. What are called ducks? Certain fucks are called ducks. Fuck the duck. Science. Come to Seattle and you will become a missing person alert. Jennifer Lopez. That name sounds like a fucking woke ass liberal name. Listen, are you now or have you ever identified as a gender other than your own? Ah, I go to Seattle, get lost from myself. There's a shit ton of me, but no food on the shelf. Yeah, yeah. Man, what they know about cows over in fucking Oregon, man, in Seattle, Washington, and fucking in British Columbia, man, in the BC region. Nobody knows these things. What do Canadians know about cows? Nothing. And in my opinion, if you're from Oregon or you're from Washington, you might as well be a fucking Canadian. You can look into the eyes and always tell. It's the beatiness. The beatiness. And I don't know if it was always that way. It seems like when I was a kid, like Nirvana was cool. But after the death of Kurt Cobain, some beady eyed Canadians took over, I think. You know what I'm saying? Vickers Vague, 2709. What the hell is that, man? I need my fucking glasses. Holy shit, is that a cow or an alpaca? I'll pack a mule, but I wouldn't pack a cow. Castiel Martinez. What do you do, Castile? Is it Castile? Castile. Sounds so metallic. Some people you get a question. Does this person have any metal? Does this person have any steel in them? Steel yourself. Well, Castile. He's cast out of steel. His family has been that way for generations. There's a cow eating plants over there. Inanna Abdallah. Cheers. I remember you. How are you doing? Welcome back. I'm glad you found your way back here. I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, I wonder where she's at. I hope she's doing well. I hope she has a wonderful day. Yes, these things and more. Laura Tunes, the one and only. How are you doing? How have you been? What's up? I hope you're doing well. Hope life is going great and you're doing martastic. It is not your first time here. I have seen you in here before, Nana. You might not remember me, but I remember you. Let's see, when was it? Golly. I can't remember a specific date, but I would say probably within the past 2 weeks. It was either that or I dreamed about you. And if I'm dreaming about chat, then life was really fucked up. I don't think I did. But if you were in a dream, that'd be cool too. But trust me, it's so familiar that it happened. Maybe it happened in a different dimension. What do you think about this? You're not doing good. I need everybody to stop what they're doing and immediately say prayers of well-being and abundance for Laura My Tunes. What in the hell? What can we do? In a different dimension. Too much sugar. Probably so. Every time here for me feels like the first time. This is my all-time favorite place to be. Man, see Studio Talk Time. This is what I try to tell everybody. These are the kind of messages that people say, and it really gets my feeler feeling. You know what I'm saying? It makes my feeler really feel. Yes, yes, yes. Well, either way, uh, you got a very beautiful name, and it seems very familiar. And on top of that, your profile picture looks gorgeous. Must say, must say, probably you like 25 years ago or something like that, but still, nevertheless, gorgioso. Who invented school? His name was Arthur von Schule. He was German. Who invented school? Some fucking fascist Nazi son of a bitch, probably. I don't know. School can do good things, it can do bad things. As a learning institution, it is great. As a brainwashing factory worker producing institution, it's terrible. Looks like you found a new nice place to live. Laura, my tunes, no. I am homeless and destitute. I'm fixing to hit the road. I'm gonna go try my luck out in the gold mines out west. See what happens. See if I can find something. I'm getting booted. Booted. I can't stay here no longer. This is the last freaking month. In 3 weeks, I'll be out. But it was a nice place to be able to stop and try to get my bearings straight. You know, I able to face the bitter realities of the world a little better. It'll probably never be fixed, you know. Oh well. What is a Spinosaurus? A Spinosaurus is one of the largest dinosaurs. If a Spinosaurus and a big old Mega T Rex got into a fight, the Spinosaurus would win every single time. Big old creature. For a long time, they thought that it was a big plant eating son of a bitch. But recently, I think it's been discovered that them fuckers ate meat and they were ferocious. They were ferocious. Some of the claws are so big. Their claws were as big as like a woolly mammoth's body. They could just stick their claw, one claw deep inside it, so much, and go like that. And that woolly mammoth would just lose its shit. You know what I mean? Which is it's always a scary thing. Got no money, got no job, don't know what to do. But if I start poking around in the Black Hills, maybe I can find some treasure. What do you think? Now, do you know what a sphincterosaurus is? It's one of the crappiest dinosaurs to be. It's just an old hole. Who do you think a cow has ever walked into one of those windmill blades? Are those windmill blades? Do they go low enough to where it can chop a cow up? What is a mosasaurus? A mosasaurus is a very huge dinosaur that lives in the water. Um, it was a sea dinosaur, but it was capable of taking out all sorts of creatures that might have been drinking, the water from the shore or whatever like that, or they might have been hunting fish. Uh, Other fish, dinosaurs, anything that fell into the water pretty much was going to be prey. Because that big son bitch could and would eat it. Now, what I heard, and I heard this through the grapevine, this dude, John Jingleheimer Schmidt Jr., told me this shit. I think he's the one that said this. Um, I think he said the blue whale, I think he said, or the hump whale, or gray whale, one of these fucking colors, uh, is bigger than any known living dinosaur ever was. Man, that's freaking huge, bro. What in the hell? Man, I was like, what in the hell? Every time here is a first time for me. My home. I put my penis in your mouth when I suck. When I suck, I shout. Yogurt. Yogurt and granola. I got the munchkins, dog. Don't judge me. You ever had the munchkins before? I got the motherfucking munchkins, dog. Granola. Slothy, do I have permission to disclose some information regarding anti-gravity craft the government may or may not be in possession of? I would love it. Who invented the monster drink? Frankenstein. The doctor, not the monster. I should put some fruit in here too. It's got a little bit of dried fruit, but I want some fresh fruit in here. Who invented Dr. Pepper? His name was Dr. Pepper. My question is, who invented the condom, and was it too late for them? And was it to prevent pregnancy or the spread of infection? Can you see the Milky Way in a telescope? Yes. You can see the Milky Way with your bare eyes. There's several parts around the globe that you can go, but in the Rocky Mountains, there's a spot. It's so beautiful, man. At night, you look up into the sky, and there's so many colors, and it's just millions and billions of stars, and they're all spiraling. It looks like the most fascinating painting you've ever seen. How does Greek yogurt differ from Indian yogurt? Serbia versus Albania. This is gonna be a fucking fight. Oh shit. I'm gonna go with the Serbs. If you shrunk a blue whale the size of an ant, well then you can put it in your little ant farm and feed your ants whale. And it'll be the first time they've ever had whale meat. And then if you can blow it back up, all the ants would explode because the pieces that they ate would have expanded and they would be just destroyed. You ever traveled to Turkey? Listen, Sakimi Yallah! Post Gelden. Mm. The Drugas. In Turkey, drugs and weapons are allowed to buy. I want 2 guns. I want lots of drugs. I need a few weapons. Same. Mm. Well, you can do it, but I don't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? What is beef jerky? Well, it starts off as a cow. Cow's chilling, minding his own business, you know, saying, chilling in a pond. Next thing you know, somebody comes by with that little thing that they used on No Country for Old Men. Boom, the little bolt gun. And then they take and pop that son of a bitch one, right? They cut it all up. They slice it real thin, you know, or they ground it up. You can grind it. You can put it in a tube, and you can like a caulk gun, and squeeze out little sticks of beef jerky. But no, a lot of these fucking son of a bitches, what they like to do is just cut the little cows up into little pieces, and they fucking cook it till that son of a bitch tastes like leather. And they pack as few pieces into a bag as they can. And then what they do is they charge you $2 million for 1 ounce. Yes, it is also known as dehydrated meat. But that's a simple way of saying that. I mean, you could have really fucking elaborated more. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it so stringy? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's because you didn't fucking. If you don't pull the hairs from the cows, you got to be individually plucked. Those hairs, well, it, you pull it pulls the fiber out of the meat, and so all that fiber that you see in the beef jerky is actually from cow hairs. And if you eat too much of it, it can lead to certain diseases like folliculitis, 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 whatever it's called. You can get that shit, you son of a bitch. Lockheed Martin, specifically their Skunk Works division, Northrop Grumman, SAIC, and Raytheon are all major corporations who are reverse engineering anti gravity propelled crafts. If you can shrink a humpback whale to the size of a lion, what would happen? Well, I would have me a fucking pet humpback whale. I just don't. I mean, it wouldn't need as much krill. But where am I going to find krill at? I would need to be a krill millionaire. How are the cows today, bro? Keep performing for them cows. Cows are my favorite audience. They're always so entertained, and sometimes they give me a round of applause, and it's amazing. But that could be the woodpeckers. I'm not sure. Sometimes though, I don't see a single cow. It's just the crows. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think the cows are the crows. Somebody just added an R to them. Shape shifting shit going down in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? These companies basically re-engineered UFO tech, and actually most of the UFO sightings reported and recorded by Air Force pilots are actually our own made anti-gravity propelled crafts. I was reading up on this kind of stuff. A lot of this information just got released. And yes, no, it's been a whole lot of information to go through, but I come across this same information, and I think it's very correct. I think it's very correct. Me and the cows, we do the naughty things. Me and the cows, the dirty songs we used to sing. Me and the cows. Sloppy, guess what? These jerks have 0 point energy technology that pulls energy from the natural electromagnetic field on Earth. They could power the entire planet for free. We wouldn't ever have a power bill. Could you? I could totally imagine. We know these things. But you see, are run by a reptilian bunch of aliens. They is some fucked up shit. And we're not allowed to reach our true potential. We have to be kept down. There's times though that human beings have been allowed to blossom, and this was the Renaissance. And, oh God, we bloom if we left the fuck alone from buddies fucking alien overlord bastards. Do you know what aperture science is, bro? This reminds me of fucking aperture science. What is a husky? A husky is a dog.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. When the science gets done and you make a neat come for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me, I'm trying to pieces into every piece into a time. Cause we burned it because I was so happy for you. Now this boys are here to make a beautiful line. When we're out of nature, we're releasing on time. So I'm gonna go burn think of all the things we had for the people who are still alive.
I'm doing science and I'm still alive.
I think I prefer to stay inside. Maybe we'll find someone else to tell.
Maybe Black Mesa.
That was a joke,
Ha ha.
a chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so deliciously moist. Look at me still talking when the science grew. And I look up there, it makes me glad I love you. I did experiments to run, there is research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. And you're dying, I'll be still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. Still alive. Still alive.
I'll write a cow song. I walked away from my chick to have a joint. I walked to the paddock to smoke it on point. I sang a Sinatra tune. Then the cows come running to me and I cried like Daniel Boone. Oh man, this song makes me want to fart, but I'm gonna hold it in. This can't be good for my pancreas. Oh god. Don't do it. Don't do it. Are you Asian? I can't understand Ching Chong. that AI rapping about my? Are you talking to me? Was I rapping? Was I doing it? Am I a rapper now? I was reciting digital poetry created by some random homosexual. I'm sorry. I mean, his name was Quark Ark. Quark Ark. Quark Ark. Quark Ark. I feel there's a link between holding your farts in and pancreatic cancer. I know many women who hold their farts in and they always get pancreatic cancer. This is why I tell women just let it rip. Listen, just let it rip. Now, maybe I just got some kind of fetish and I like to hear them girls fart, but I don't know. To me, it seems logical. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. Still alive. What is a creep? It's what I am. I related to Samuel S. Coleridge and Admiral Grenville, England's most accoladed admiral. Really? We're going to saw you Sir Quarkark the Third.
Perfectly picked for you. Now
So we're going to call you from now on.
Hold it. Is that what you're having for breakfast?
Sure. Haven't you heard? Fiber is really good for you.
Well, there's fiber, and then there's high fiber. Try this.
Golden. Sounds delicious. But is it really higher in fiber than my oat bran cereal?
Take a guess. How many bowls of your oat bran cereal would it take to equal the fiber content of one bowl of Colon Blow?
2,
Guess again.
3,
A little higher.
4,
Keep trying.
5,
No, you'll have to do better than that.
7,
Guess again.
8,
We'll give you one more guess.
9.
Not even close. It would take over 30,000 bowls to eat that much oat bran. You'd have to eat 10 bowls a day every day for 8.5 years.
Wow! I think I get the picture. Colon Blow must be the highest fiber cereal on the market.
Not anymore. Now that there's new Super Colon Blow.
Super Colon Blow?
It would take over 2.5 million bowls of your oat bran cereal to equal the fiber content of one bowl of Super Colon Blow.
I'm convinced.
Colon Blow and new Super Colon Blow.
May cause abdominal distension. Consult a physician.
Colon blow. It'll really blow your colon. It would take over 2 million bowls. What are pancakes? Pancakes are flapjacks, man. Flapjacks are pancakes. Johnny cakes, they call them. Pancakes. They're little cakes that you make in a pan. Now, what separates a pancake from a waffle is a little bit of oil and egg. If you were to take and mix the same ingredients with a little oil and egg, you would have a waffle. And some people pronounce it like this. They say waffle. But those people are all fucking homosexuals. You can't trust them. Me sauce. We're gonna calm you down, me sauce, with a little lullaby.
Once upon a poem, shoddy, whilst I pondered on the party over many a dank and no restraining of a booty saw. Suddenly there came a knocking at the bathroom door. Disoccupied, I cried demurely, surely your forbearance I implore. But you see there is another, and as I am spraying thunder, giving birth just like a mother to this turd my bowels bore. Leave me hence, I plead at this, a ruffian battered down the door. All at once he entered, panting, eyes ablaze, and bowels chanting of a violent evil ranting, stewing from the night before. Dropped his trousers then and there, and shat straight down upon the floor. Vile crackhead, leave, I stuttered, but he squatted there and muttered, just a single word he uttered, quoth the crackhead nevermore. Violently I slapped the villain, but he bodied me like Krillin, and I
Take care,
needed
Korgar.
penicillin for the hole in me he tore. Please, I begged him from the corner, to thyself some dignity restore. Take thyself out from my house, and pick thy deuce up off my floor. And that deuce sits still I sitting, and the crackhead still is shitting deed, unwitting still, committing crimes upon my floor. Shitting on my bathroom floor. Shitting on my bathroom floor. Shitting on my bathroom floor.
Can you calm down now? It's about this crazy old dude who was shitting on the bathroom floor, man. What in the hell? Alright, why do they hate pineapple on pizza? Because it's a fucking sin, man. It's a travesty. You take a perfectly good pizza and you ruin it with some fucking pineapple. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. Who remembers the old restaurant? I think it was called Shoney's. Was that what it was called? Shoney's? Shoney's restaurant? Did you ever go to Shoney's? Shoney's had these little pizzas, dessert pizzas. Oh, and they were so fantastic. It was like an all you can eat buffet place, a little family dining place. They still exist, man. Man, they got a Shoney's 50 miles away, bro. Sitting on the bathroom floor. Half of all the Shoney's are located in Tennessee. Nearly half of all remaining, really. Well, is there anybody from Tennessee here that's near a fucking Shoney's? It was the little bear mascot. Who remembers the Shoney's bear? Man, I would like to tell you guys and girls thank you very much for being here and hanging out with me today. Y'all really made my morning splendid. Terrific even, man. And even though life throws you lemons, you know what I mean, and you're allergic to lemonade, you still manage to make it and drink it with a smile. Man, you guys are amazing. What in the hell? Join us, like, and subscribe, man. You know this, and you know this. You've got to join, like, and subscribe. Am I ending the stream? I don't know, man. Should I? Do you think I should end it? Oh, man. I don't know. If I'm going to stay on, I'm going to have to take it. Whoa, look at the size of that big old turtle coming up over there. There's like 57,000 turtles in this pond. They need to get eaten. I don't know, man. Do you think I should end it, Castillo? 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 Castillo. Join us, like, subscribe. Maybe later. You want me to end later? You must have a few more questions for me. Well, I'm gonna have to twist up something for the mind, man. Turtle farts. What do you guys know about real life fucking turtle farts, man? I sent out thousands of turtle fart stickers to people a long time ago, man. I think them turtles are stacked up. I think there's 2 or 3 turtles on top of each other in there. Who invented a poodle? Had to be a homosexual guy. I would imagine they were from France. Yes. Somebody let the cat out of the box. What in the hell? Is that Schrodinger's box? Schrodinger's cat is a thought experiment concerning quantum superposition. In this thought experiment, a hypothetical cat in a closed box may be considered simultaneously both alive and dead while it is unobserved, as a result of its fate being linked to a random subatomic event that may or may not occur. This experiment, viewed this way, is described as a paradox. This thought experiment was devised by physicist Erwin Schrödinger in 1935 in a discussion with Albert Einstein. He was trying to illustrate what Schrödinger saw as the problems of Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg's philosophical views on quantum mechanics. A cat, a flask of poison, and a radioactive source connected to a Geiger counter are placed in a sealed box. The quantum description uses a superposition of an alive cat and one that has died. In Schrodinger's original formulation, a cat, a flask of poison, and a radioactive source are placed in a sealed box. If an internal radiation monitor, such as a Geiger counter, detects radioactivity, the flask is shattered, releasing a poison which kills the cat. If no decaying atom triggers the monitor, the cat remains alive. Mathematically, the wave function that describes the contents of the box is a combination or quantum superposition of these two possibilities. This poses the question of when exactly quantum superposition ends and reality resolves into one possibility or the other. Who named Jupiter? Jupiter was named by the ancient Romans. Jupiter was the Roman equivalent of Zeus. Jupiter was the king of all the gods. And they must have thought very highly of Jupiter to give it that denomination. The names of the planets were actually only formalized in 1976. They had been used since antiquity, but there was nothing really formalizing their names. Now their names are written in stone. What happens if our vision is backwards? Well, then we're looking into our brain, right? And so some people will see all kind of bright ideas, and other people will see absolutely nothing. Wait for me. Do they run down the hill or walk down the hill? We're gonna find out. On live stream. I think we're just gonna walk. I like it when they run down. There he goes. Give me some of that water. I'm gonna beat you to that water, you son of a bitch. That's amazing, man. Truly freaking amazing. Nike. Nike was an angel of victory. What happens if we had Cal Vision? Well, shit. We'd probably be used on stakeouts. Well, I'm going to slide out like a big creamy turd. And I want to thank everybody for joining me. And I hope that y'all liked and y'all subscribed. So y'all come back for more. You know what I mean? Uh, I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. Y'all are amazing people. Each and every one of y'all. Even the people, and y'all know who y'all are, who are just real pieces of shit. It doesn't keep us from loving you. We love the little pieces of shit. But we still want you to do better. Oh, the cows are gonna go there and get bit by turtles. What in the heck? Anyway, you guys have a good one. I'm sliding out like a creamy wet one. Deuces up your cabooses. And caw